When you're building out your proposal, we call this an offering package. The offering package could be anywhere between 1,000 pages and 1,500 pages. It's big, it's like a stack of paper about this big, right? And it's comprised of different people that make up these. So we're gonna go through some key terms. If the terms don't make sense to you, you can look them up on ChatGPT. You can look further into the terms, but these terms are important terms. You're gonna hear about these terms. So when a developer first starts this process, they're gonna contact a lawyer. They're gonna say, hey, I have a property in, call it Dallas, Texas. I have a property in Dallas, I have a property in Palm Springs, wherever the case may be, any location. First things first, is there, what are you doing? Are you building a hotel? Are you building an apartment complex? Are you building a commercial building? What are you building? So all that information of what you're building can get put on a construction budget. A construction budget and a pro forma. Those are the two things you need in order to get your jobs report. So let's go over what you need for the jobs. We can break this up into multiple layers, but the most important layer I want to talk about is US jobs. The program is based around creating jobs. This whole EB-5 thing is about stimulating the economy, and if the economy is stimulated and the jobs are created, the person gets their green card. So it's really important to have an economic study. So your jobs report and your economic study, imagine those things work together. In order to get an economic study done, you're gonna have to hire an economist. There's many economists in our industry that do this day in and day out. We're very connected to them. We can introduce you, no problem with that. But the economic study, let's call it level one, the first thing on the offering package. So I'm gonna write down here, economic study. The economic study is a jobs report. It's done by an actual economist. What they're trying to determine is by taking your construction numbers for your project, adding that to the revenue that your project creates, adding the number of people that are actually hired directly and indirectly, all that is data. All that data goes into a piece of software. The software the economists use typically is RIMS 2, but there's different ones you can use. So all that information goes into an economic study, and the economic report, the economist punches out an economic report and says, here, your project that cost $20 million, your project that employed X number of people, your project that created X revenue creates 200 jobs or 300 jobs, or 2,000 jobs, whatever the number is. So all this data is put into a software by the economist. The economist analyzes the categories for each individual thing that they're looking into. And imagine buying steel is a different economic stimulation, creates different amount of jobs as buying wood. And then that has to be delivered to the site. So these all are economic activities in producing, and it would be very hard to figure this stuff out unless the economists actually had a software that they could put all this into. So they put all this stuff into the software. Categories, they take your construction budget, they take your pro forma, they take all these things and they put it all into an economic study, and it gives you how many jobs your project creates. That is an important point that you should know, is jobs created. So that is what your economic study is.